Don't shy away from it whatsoever. Instead, KangKang's going to be going straight up through a ramp. Now, he's alone when this is happening, and the fight is kicking off into mid.
They have not watched the tape.
Yeah.
Simon was not ready for that. He's just out in mid with the spike.
Donated, yet still the right click in the hands of KangKang, and he picks up the upgrade, but he's going to be cleaned up. This is what Team Liquid are good at. Comes down to that discipline. They've honed it, they've refined it. Still, openings could be found. It's a 2v3, and it's going to be a difficult one at that.
I mean, how on earth do you recover this spike? Chichu and Smoggy are going to have to take fights. At the same time, there's a bait and switch setup here as well. Kiko has been playing some incredible Valorant so far in EMEA kickoff, and if he fails, Camo's played in.
The micro plays that Team Liquid love to cook up on the fly are so good.
Last player standing.
It's what's really set them on that path, and it really begins here in Bangkok. There's a pull to supplement, and this guy is being chased now. Chomping at a bit to try and get a piece of him, and meanwhile, KangKang's cracking open the opposite side of the site. Kiko does isolate a fight with Chichu going down, but still KangKang will not be stopped. It's relentless here in the opposing section of the map. He gets that plant down, cracks open the side for them.
If Camo had just played that a little slower instead of trying to go in through the smoke, Team Liquid would not have been in a bad spot. But now, player disadvantage, weaponry disadvantage, tough to convert a position like this. They're just looking to do damage to EDG. Having said that, Kiko just got the ult online.
Yeah, and that's also a critical kill of that. It's going to be catching mid lurk, and already you can see it, the ult, the threat of it, already pushing out and pulling out some of that util. KangKang tucked up, top rafters, nobody swinging for this guy, and it's all dealt with. There's only one player left to stand here. Kamek is going to be tested into this spot and position. He's got some help from on high. Kiko going to be joining him, and what a beautiful shot that is. Easily dismisses it, but EDG are not to be trifled with. They're going to be running them down onto the site, and well, just walking straight into the sightlines. Nats makes a decent go of it. That is flicky. We need more than that at this point with EDG playing like this. Nobody. Paddy is going to be tested, challenged. A shot missed, going wide. Camo does have the dimensional drift. That's going to give him all the information he can work with, but Paddy cannot really help. He's not much longer. This was still stunned. Hits that. Trade inside, kick off to the side. Plenty more targets where that came from. Simon has to stick that plant down so they get that extension, but it's a 2v4 at that. In through the corner, Kiko is taking names and ripping off heads at this point. Too much to overcome for KangKang.
To the team.
The control given up. Oh my, Chichu. Cheeky with a peek, but it's a head ripped clean off, and here's that showstopper. Earned up, primed and ready. He's going to be running out. What is that?
That's unbelievable!
Ludicrous stuff from KangKang. Pulling that one out, it's our opening game, man. You got to hold some of it back still. Nats tucked up, ratty position at that, but he's traded nevertheless. And here's where the fight really kicks off, straight through mid. There's going to be another kill found with Kamek. Can't quite find it. Camo off to the side as well, and he finds that stray shot. Slightest of angles to work with, and Simon is left alone, back against the wall. Two targets to deal with. Knows the rough positioning. Heads on a bloody swivel. It is possible for Heaven here, but Team Liquid looking to try and take this one, and potentially with the flood. That's a flash around the corner. KangKang dropped single digits. 1 HP at that, but potentially all he needs.
They know where the danger player is.
Yeah.
But they just don't have utility to be able to flush him out properly.
Players round onto the side. EDG, they win out that critical fight though, out towards elbow. Paddy gone. Maybe they can try and fight their way past. Time is ticking here. This operator in the hands of Kiko is really slowing them down to a degree as well, and now you're seeing it. The peak's coming out. Smoggy tries to take that fight, but surely the openings are done and dusted. Kiko just trying to save this operator, trying to keep it into the next. It's a round one. The goal is damage for Team Liquid.
And I'd say they achieved their goal there. Everybody on EDG falling. Early round, they were fighting mid.
This is the Team Liquid classic, isn't it? Eco round, pack mentality, try and group up and take these fights together with them. Still, it's that equivalent exchange when it comes to it, and Nats is just taking off heads.
This was the forced rifle that Nats went for, down to only 100 credits, had to make something happen with it, and now they've got themselves into an advantage spot.
Exactly.
2 rifles versus 2 rifles, and Patty's there just holding down A.
It trips up even the best of teams.
The timings that Team Liquid take and how proactive they are on the defense, you can see that EDG are set up to try to handle it.
And a call made by Team Liquid as well to give up map control, so making sure that they hold really far back. I mean, the battle line's being drawn all the way.
I'm not sure about this one, because if you allow Chishu to get into position where they can plant and pit, that is going to be tough.
Oh, Nats. Will he spot the head? Silhouette's waiting. It's a fight taken out through spawn, and the crosshair placement is immaculate. Wants to take the fight straight to them. What a challenge from Kamik! And it's 2 taken away. EDG, but a bite from the round, removed just as easily as that. The spike dropped down at their feet. EDG left reeling.
Another situation where Chichu could possibly get a pit down and maybe win things. He's going to pit at the same time as Smoggy plants. If there was anybody close, maybe that would be dangerous, but EDG have gotten away with it. Now can they win?
TP disengaged, backs himself away to pit. Does allow Team Liquid options to at least get themselves into a site and position for the retake. Still difficult in itself to deal with. Prowler committed, Horns alongside it, sees, dumping the util. Now it comes down to stray spam. Kill's going to be found as well with the highlights occurring. Chichu burning down just to cinders, and he's forced to just pre-aim it off into the corner. EDG an opening. Paddy falls. Still that's a nade. It rebounds. Brings down nobody. Straight to his knees. Mad dash now on a scramble up towards the A site. Potentially they're calling for a bit of a pause here. 45 seconds left.
They can go for a pause, and Kankan might even realize that B Heaven is open.
Camo! He's right there, ready and waiting, and a dimensional drift as well to escape if he chooses to use it. He's going to be able to get that information. 35 seconds.
They're going B,
Where
but
are you
Kamik's
going?
there! Kamik's there!
Straight into mid. He might be able to find this one. It's an easy target, potentially yet. That's a spike on down into mid. Meanwhile, Chichu up through the guns, trying to find it up through heaven. This is chaos, this is anarchy. But EDG, they thrive in it. They were molded in it.
They know that Kamik's here.
And Kamik has got a lot to do as the playmaker. No way, man!
Here, but they have to. Nats might even get caught in sewers.
Yeah, they're going for the deep fight out towards screens with Simon falling. It's a critical kill at that. Nats as well. He's getting away with murder. Still alive, but surely should be falling. And yes, nobody hunts him down. Precision at its core.
The fight in heaven.
The big wraparound, yeah, and this is where it's really important. Damage being done to multitudes of players. Still surviving into the tail end of things here, but it's a 2v2. Camo is low, but not planted for them. That is a worldie of a shot. Camo with a wraparound, but now he's given up his position. Chichu half already. He's earned himself the outs, and shots are rattled, fired off. Camo TPing away. Chichu, he's sticking this one. It's down to the minor margins. That's going to be drone spotted. Fault line was ready. It was held primed just for that. And they're going to pounce.
Is there a reaction from Team Liquid?
Maybe up towards mid still. Kang he's locked down the avenue. B main taken away. Team Liquid. They're going to be scrambling for options here.
One of the reasons that I think Jet is a great pick for Kankan is because he can get the operator online more often, play on more conventional op angles for the Jet, and that's just so good against Team Liquid's contacty attack style.
Info gathered. Smoggy's willing to give them up a little bit of that space up towards A heaven. Some control from EDG, out through spawn. Chichu,
Catch them.
away. Bulldog in hand, because they know that they're putting the squeeze onto these Team Liquid players. The emphasis is going to be placed onto them.
It's also uncomfortable, though, for nobody and Smoggy to play on A. They've got no control anywhere.
30
and
seconds
no
left.
reinforcements.
Here's a challenge occurring out towards it. Now getting a bit of a run on and a bit of a move on. Nade at that. Rebounding towards the back. Go finds it. Bulldog in hand. Nobody. Short work. Made of Camo up towards heaven. Snappy. Cappy. Pico will attempt to make do with what he's given into the round, but it's absolute shreds. It's scraps. You've got 9 seconds left, and you are tiptoeing around the site, son.
Not the normal pathing either.
Guns out for Smoggy, but it's a little bit too late for that. Beautiful shot. Takes him out.
Kamik's got to survive here.
Oh boy.
Okay, but now the spike. How is the spike going to cross?
That's what I mean. They've got to try and create openings here. Chichu can definitely suffocate them out of the side. They want to try and get themselves in. Drops it down. Sees avoided narrowly at that. Still Nats. Okay, I mean, the snake bite does the job.
30 seconds left.
Chichu into that uncomfortable position.
This is going to be another eco round win for Liquid.
25 seconds left, though. They do have to get a move on.
EDG are just struggling so much in these kind of situations.
Plan down.
Look at the positions. It's so difficult to retake this. You have no idea where Kiko is. And Camo at any point can go and get info with his ult.
Too much to clear, but Simon and nobody. Well, util. I don't know how you use it. Setting out the salvos. To push players into unfortunate scenarios and positions potentially there with the aftershock in hand. Flash up and away. It's all dodged in time. Nats too clean. Gets himself a kill. Retake is going to be incredibly difficult. Camo going walkabouts up towards stairs. You just don't expect it, but these awkward timings is where Team Liquid thrive. EDG Gonna try and pick up the pieces now and forge something better out of the round into the middle of it, but there's smokes in their face up towards Heaven, and Camo still causing all sorts of difficulty. He hears it, the rumble, the footsteps! My God, man! He's ripping them to pieces, and Kang, knives in hands. You have to do more than slice and dice. You need a bloody miracle, but maybe he's the man for the job. Could potentially do it. Time ticking though, getting away from him, and Camo knows it. Play to the win cons, doesn't even give him the fair fight, and doesn't even let him save the operator. Standard stuff, because they've been watching the boards into the corner. That's going to be a clone, and still Satchel plays straight into the fray. Kang, and Camo, you can't quite dismiss this guy, not so easily.
That's an... Oh, here comes the retake.
Wait
so
a second.
fast.
Yeah, that's a flash. We go trying to flood attempt in here, so they're trying to plant up for Heaven. That's a pit. Lay it down, it makes it a bit more awkward, and Chichu, instinctual plays. Highlights will not help you there, Nats. The pit falls, it is planted for Heaven, but Kamek in a 1v3 to tap, trying to root Kamek out. Smoke covering most of the fire, tapping away, but he needs a rifle spray to just go his way, and it's not going to happen. What kind of targets is he working with here? TP into the back of the side. My God, this is all over the place. What is going on? What is going on, man? And Kanga's not ready for it whatsoever. I mean, Camo was on an island.
Oh, Camo also didn't realize that the operator was pushed up that close until he took the shot. There was a prowler that left everything out there. Nats hunted, taken down. They've been good at removing this A-lurk, but the retake can't come through as quickly as in previous rounds. So now another opportunity for Kiko to go walkabouts in the post plant.
Yeah, okay. The time has been ticking as well. This plant was down. Rapid at that. Kiko does a full line missing. Still Simon's there with a trade. Crouched up in place. Needs to do a bit more. Heaven though, not watched for. And Paddy, he's perfect onto these angles. Once more, Camo. Just absolutely. Liquid trying to make a go of things. There's going to be a showstopper committed. Just spotting that player out, Chichu. No more. Be a playmaker into the round. Not for much longer here. There's chaos occurring at the same time. Kamek is on the other side of the bloody map. Armageddon trying to get a move on. Calling for the pause. Kills to be occurring. I mean, that's just a peek through, and Kang just, he can't hit the shot.
There's no way.
Kamek's from behind.
Oh, the awareness.
Ticking. Yeah, he's got that awareness because these guys are just rats in the walls at this point. Liquid, they're everywhere. Diffuse occurring. Smoggy's got a smoke to obfuscate.
They missed!
Smoggy! Oh my!
It missed!
Are you joking? Smoggy, there's no way. Flashed up, revealed. TP to evacuate. Camo straight in there on top of it. A bit of spam might just not go amiss here. I mean, nobody's trying to play up close and personal. Cuts it up onto the angle.
Can he get one in this spot?
Smoggy hard committed, but running wide and dropping down. Chichu's lucky to get away with even that. It's an open side for Team Liquid. Cracked it open wide. Chichu and Kang have got to do it all. Dash still available here for Kang. Not even choosing to proc it. This guy walking out, but he's missed it. Oh, no way. He's just missed the corner. Trade there. It's instantaneous. But Chichu's only on 8 health, man. What can you do in this spot? And he doesn't want to know where any of these players are. Narrowly avoiding the prowler, but still hits the flick. There's a trade in sight, though, as Paddy turns the favor.
That was so sneaky from Nats.
Put his way right into there, still into the site. These players are going to try and push this one back. EDG.
Look at him looking for the lurk.
Into the corner, yeah.
Team Liquid are so heavy looking for the lurk.
So convinced, I think, that it's even occurring as well. But EDG's post plant's not the best. No players playing towards main or even off site. You've got to try and carve out the path to success here and now. Out to the side and wide as Chichu picks up that 2-piece once more. And Smoggy for 3 position. Kills flooding in. The game, Shadowtech just trying to draw attention, I think, for the Heaven players to lurk their way up themselves. It's all contact plays here from Liquid. That's the name of the game. It's the philosophy. Got them this far. Might just drag them. Another section of OT. We'll see though, 4 versus 4, and it's all calm until it's not. Players not watched for, down and towards hell, but up on towards Heaven, and the trade's in sight. Kills exchanged. Spike's dropped down into the middle of nowhere.
They lost the spike on top of rafters.
Up onto Heaven, and Kang there's a prime opportunity!
This is the first time where we've seen EDG find this opening.
Right past the pull. Flash in through the back. There's a nade up from Heaven. It's going to be preventing the walkout. And Kiko, he's right in there. Yep, flood attempt. Caught for Team Liquid.
speed.
They sense it, they smell it, there's blood in the water, and as these players line up, the damage is done and more. Nobody makes a good go of it. Walking around here, oh my. Dash has to be expended just to try and get the hell out of there. Kills found at least. How the hell has Chichu got his way through there?
Yeah, he just walked through the smoke.
He's found that timing indeed. Gang!
What's that?
Here he is.
He's gone
Time
for
to show
another.
up and try to shut them up. Finding a multitude of kills. There might be more where that came from, but the counter spam goes both ways, son. Nats sends it flying straight back. Head spotted. Simon giving a slight haircut straight through the box there, but with Nats as low as he is. 2 versus 3. Limited in terms of chances, but you never know. Flash forwards, Kiko still lurking, contacting another flash as well, and a peek forwards almost with a reset of the aim. Chichu!
Slow crawl up to A.
Spotting the corner, they know that Paddy plays perched up onto heaven. It's a beautiful one at that. Pretty blocked by the drone, but I don't think they're going to be too worried about it. It's open access. An easy access at that. Nats, what is his timing? You're seeking to take. It's a flash and a flood. An attempt at a play, but EDG are 1 step ahead. Players to the game plan. Kiko not slowing down though. Kamek out wide onto heaven once more. He's looking for bodies. He's hoping that EDG will just open themselves up. Kiko sailing sky high. Paddy holding, lucky to be alive. There's damage done through the wall, but Chichu dropped down into mid.
Nobody!
Nobody!
Was that spam?
That
What was
is
that?
spam or something, I'm not too sure.
Is that because Nats didn't commit his wall?
And that's a spike drop down into the laps of these EDG players. This is it, surely. Hard to fumble from this point, but Team Liquid will look to dig deep. And again, back to old reliable. Walking around, casual jaunts around the map, contact plays, creeping and crawling.
Simon's watching.
And Simon says, you might not pass this one. As a horns up into his face, and still Kiko, he just deals with it. Takes that guy out. Kankan with the operator will have to just back himself away. They've got to know where these players are, but still Kamek, no way. Kamek, a body. But a sour end to the round here for EDG, and that's a dash active, and that's going to be the go button. Signaled. Kankan moves forward, steps forward. Kiko dropped, and this guy has been a thorn into their sides, and that's taken care of. At this point, we've seen some miracle rounds from Team Liquid, but I think it's a hard ass for Camo and Paddy. Still going to make a go of it. You have to at the end of the day. Paddy.
1 enemy remains.
His way around though, but that's a bullet to the side of the head. And he's dropped dead. Chichu. Cold with it.
Off the A ramp pressure.
Went up towards ramp though. Kankan. Hold up. Plays in his face and a shorty at that. My God, Camo just turned him into mincemeat down towards the vents and a peek out wide. Chichu, if you got a little bit more, maybe, potentially. Can't quite get the third, but Smoggy by his side. Nats slices and cuts him up, and Simon, there was damage done. Weak as anything, Swift Breeze will bring him down, but a bullet does the job nevertheless. This is down to 2. Team Liquid, not to be denied, to drag it out just that bit much further.
So difficult for nobody. He has utterly no idea where these Team Liquid players are. They could be in any part of the map right now, apart from where he's recently cleared. Could he find a possible timing? Maybe if he'd continue through vents, but it's looking unlikely now. Nobody was an absolute star for EDG in the grand finals of China. He took that game and he decided to win it for them. If he could pull out a 1v2 here to take split, at this point it looks like it's going to take an enormous play, a miracle from one of the teams to put the other to bed. And it's Kamek and Nat's job to hold on.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I know Pearl's an unfavorable map for both teams, but neither of them wants to play it at this point.
They decided not to give the plant to Nats there, who would have had Pit.
I think that goes to show, I think, that getting a bit flustered.
Well, at the same time, you don't want to get timinged by nobody. The chances of nobody winning a 1v2 in this spot, it arguably might even go up if there's a Pit.
Gives him ins and possibilities to get himself into the fight. That's bullets rattled and away. Back behind screens, and nobody does need a miracle at this point. Stun, rattled and away, 1 kill found. Needs that second one, but he's really just going to be guessing. Nats holds it down, out towards elbow, 16.
Kankan is that lurker that could backstab.
Oh, this is going to get messy.
What an entry!
My God, nobody somehow finds that one. This is going to be it. Salvo's in the fault line, cuts it up, dissects the site. Chances and opportunities, but Nats is still alive, but with the paranoia in your face, how much longer will you be kicking? They can't remove this guy. It's a thorn in their side and more. buying time and space for his team to get back in. Util expended, out through the smokes. The feed is filled in red, and we missed all of it. Push back, forced to respect the Chichu sees, that connects into the corner, needs some help, needs some bailout, Camo, instant with the trade. Chichu lucky just to get the one, putting a squeeze now onto him, Kangkang's hot on the heels, and he does eat him up. Camo not long for the world, not long for the round, EDG. Is this it? Could this be the impetus? Just spotting barest of heads, Simon whips it around and it leaves it all down to Kamek.
That kill there has got to be the death blow. Simon having the awareness to swing round and take down the star of Team Liquid. He doesn't even get the plant, Kamek.
Boy.
He misses another 4 seconds. And the ambush is going to start to close in here. He has got to come up with a miracle.
Anchor Smoke opted in for.
Recovering it.
To try and push them back. 1 star left remaining, and he needs to isolate these fights and more, but EDG are not going to give him those openings. There's discipline at its core, paranoia flushing him out wide. He's lucky that he didn't fall in the first time. Kang finally puts an end to it and puts him to rest and puts the map under their belt.
Now deciding to go all the way around. What's he up to?
Yep, up top, onto the high ground. Paddy, not enough bullets in the chamber to really do the job. Give him the business. Still, Kiko through the back of the site, ghost in hand.
And now they're going to make the pivot. This is a right call from EDG. The wall got triggered over towards A main. You don't have A main control. You don't have a good entry into the site. It's time to call it quits and go back over to B. Yep. Team Liquid have got themselves a nice advantage here, though, even though they're going to be playing retake.
See what EDG opted for. Let's plant down. It's a weird spot at that.
Spike planted.
A few positions to play from, but what risks are going to be taken? Oh my, jump spot almost punished, not quite, backing away into halls now, and everybody retreating. Ingrained positions here for the EDG players. We're going to see if they can do some damage and rip off a few heads, but it's all Team Liquid so far. Get them a move on. This is a rapid play at that. Plenty of bodies ready to meet them, but Chichu he's got to do a bit more with that, and he's dropped down to just 10 HP. Surely too much for him to overcome, and that's...
It's a big A main fight.
Yeah, you're going to see this fight taking place. Guns in hand, Team Liquid. Going to try and save the day themselves, but Camo just saves his own life in the process. Backs himself out. Barely alive on 17 health. Gives up the A side for EDG here, but it's 3 versus 3.
Team Liquid will be fairly happy with that clash. I mean, they were the ones with a bit worse weaponry.
Going for exploring.
A lot of it came down to Patty there. Had to win that fight, I think, and keep some arc control.
Sees up and over the top here. Simon potentially looking to reposition off of it. He's worried though. Potentially worried about main. I think he might have just heard that one. Yeah, the TP. So he's got his eyes trained onto the spot. Camo almost winning that one out, but with one left. Standing headhunter in hand for Nats himself. Again, just creeping up onto the angles. Similar play. Camo can try and afford this one, but Camo can't afford to be losing his life. Not in that spot. And now a rapid go around. The ones are going to be popped off Paddy. There's pressure on him. It's going to be tested, but oh my, no one watching for that potential option. Off to the side as a steel guard and let loose. Makes his way across into the site and a shorty into the hands of Paddy. Tries to earn himself that upgrade. Not that it would have been much help in the end. Still trying to maintain control and shut them down in through lane.
Basically the same idea again here for Liquid. This time Nats gets punished holding that angle.
Saw plenty of thrifties on the other side of things here, but maybe EDG's time to shine. And Camo has got that get out of jail free card. We'll opt to use it, but at this point you've already lost 2 of your players. Horns lay it down in through lane. Paddy was going to be slowing down a potential approach. EDG did set their sights over towards it, but calling for a pause.
Yeah, and think about this from nobody's perspective. On a prior eco round, he realized nobody was fighting B. There was no resistance there. This time, though, Paditek is pushed up to pillar.
This is so brave.
He could get run down.
Yeah, he absolutely could. He's just spotted the players. Yeah, this is problem. Territory, dimensional drift. Yeah, that's the danger, man. Knife out. You've been playing Europe, you've been bracketing it, and Kangkang showing a bit of promise on it. We could take that timing. The rip into the ult, and now Camo is hoping to do a bit more damage. Kangkang, though, he is the danger in this one. 3 already in it. Make it 4. It's a cherry on top, and a thrifty. Wait a second.
Surely.
No way.
Surely.
No way. No clearance at all, and he's got the hell out of there.
That's rough. I mean, that is just a straight up error from nobody. That's one of the main angles that you need to be checking. I don't know how he doesn't think about that. And this looks like Chishu's going to go walkabouts. Master v Apprentice.
Uh-oh. We'll see who ends up on top. Oh, yep.
He took the teleport.
He did.
Perfect timing.
Back. Meanwhile, into the smoke, that's Paddy. Watchful eye onto it. Contact plays called out. All baited out. And the spike retrieved, but a lot more to do from this point if you are Smoggy, and Chichu's on the opposite side of the map.
I mean, this round has gone disastrously for EDG.
Yeah.
From beginning to end. A small error. And it only takes a small error, but you have to be looking for the Yoru and the Chamber all the time. I mean, one of the biggest strengths of this composition on defense is that the Yoru and Chamber can be playing on such weird angles because they have that ability to get out.
I'll say, I mean, it's good presence of mind, I think, from Liquid as well. Camo in that spot.
Left.
I'm not sure who was helping him out onto the site, but not breaking the drone there.
Yeah.
To not give away his position. Smoggy, you going to make a go at this one with 20 seconds left? I don't think so. Chichu's on the opposite side of the continent, so unlikely.
And to shoot nobody a little bit of bail as well.
10 seconds
And what he
left.
was doing with the drone.
It's about to be occurring here. Nats with that A-main control. Again, he could be a playmaker. He could be the man of the match, but okay.
He shot the clone.
He did indeed, and Kang obliged in return. I think he was still alive and kicking out towards the back here. The Salvos might just push him out of position. No, not quite. They're not going to clear him. He can just spam himself through the wall. There's 40 seconds left roughly into the round. Camo lets it loose with a dimensional drift, and the crosshair placement. It's impeccable. It's perfect. And from Team Liquid across the board, more than ready for it. He's let loose now into the back of the hall, so he's carved out a bit of a path for his team to play in here. Simon with that plant, nothing to push that one back either. So Team Liquid going into the retake here, but already going players down. It's topsy-turvy for Liquid. What was looking like potentially a good setup, but they're just losing fights outright.
Chichu was set up on that B-Link lurk. Team Liquid gonna commit to this? They would lose the operator.
So, not with the operator in hand. You need a kill.
It looks like they're going forwards though.
I think this is trolling ever so slightly. Kamek though might be making me eat my words. I'm all here for it. Give us a game. Making a go. Still off to the side. Kamek still doing damage as well, but time is ticking. And this is where the problems arise. Backing himself away. Smoggy's on for an ace. And that's narrowly avoiding it. One burst connects, but not the second or the third. So he's still alive here to play a bit forwards, but the positioning is expected. Predictable. Kiko happy to capitalize, and he takes it one step forward. Camo off onto the flank, dodging, juking. Chichu can't see a bloody thing. Blind as anything, yet still wins that fight out. Dominates the angle. It's important to control A-main. No Simon with the slam. EDG stepping up to the challenge, up through mid here. Close quarters action. Nats, he was cutting it up close. Still down and out, and these players are just flooding into mid. Anything to stem the bleeding.
Ati. What a shot. A 2v4 in one direction, maybe a 2v5 possible. And it would be a big blunder from EDG to allow this round to slip.
Can't split up too much though. They've left Chichu essentially alone. He's on an island up through mid. He's going to be trying to get information himself, but Kiko also is not holding anything back, of course. He wants to get a gun for himself, and he will. Bit of recycling in process.
This should speed things up for EDG. They know that somebody's heavy on the flank. They've still got a 4v2 post plan. It really looks impossible here, especially with the way that EDG
30 seconds
were shooting
left.
at the start of this round.
Spike planted.
Look, I want to go for it. Okay, Simon, watchful eye, off onto the flank.
One enemy remaining.
Good crosshair placement. Predicts exactly where Paddy's going to be walking straight back into him. Kiko just being stalled out, swamped with util. It's only missing the kitchen sink, and it's going to be that triple face towards the end. So, as with the spike in hand, it's a bit of a bailout. Team Liquid don't even realize how lucky they potentially were. And going walking and exploring out towards the lane. It's Chichu ripping Kamek's head off.
This is going to be so tough for Liquid, even with the ults that they have online here. Cosmic Divide is obviously great for going for a retake, but Paddy's so far away. Might even get caught in mid by Simon on the lurk. I don't know why Simon's been hard lurking with Nightfall.
Angle, Salvo as well, comes about here. Players almost lining up for it, but EDG going for that clean sweep, or attempting for it. Paddy still alive off to the side, and he has that steel guard. And it's the final round, you might as well expend it, and he's getting the move on at that. Lets it loose. unleashed now and takes the fight before they can even get ready for the setup. It's a 2v1.
Does he think about Chishu being behind?
I mean, this is just so damn unlikely. Pull just for that first tap. Paddy's got so many obstacles to navigate, and of course he doesn't expect it.
And that is...
Yeah. You're giving the plot away here, and it's just a call for the 3-2-1 swing out from the players to the wall triggered. That's an attempt of a timing by Kiko. He's going to make a go of it. Still, he's trapped, tight to the corner once more, and EDG barely removing this guy, but still finding the value, and as the wall fades away, Nats ensures that nobody's going to be fading to black. Kang barely there. Flash backs himself out.
They have to go back and get the spike at this point still.
It's miles away.
And look at where Patty is. I mean, Patty and Nats could not be more disconnected from each other. And Kang looking great here on this pistol round.
It's a lovely one.
Determined to have EDG run away with a 2-0 to start at Bangkok. They have read that Nats is rotating, and I don't think it's a bad read. Because otherwise he abandoned Paddy Tech, and that is what happened, but they had to go and get the spike. EDG are not reading into the fact that Team Liquid just left the spike in the shops.
It does leave Nats an open plant, an open site here. EDG look to play this one together. Simon has Haunt as well, so it's good util to clear out potential corners, and as long as you play together with that discipline and trade each other out, in theory, should go well, but you are up against Nats himself, and this guy, he's a menace.
It looks like it's planted for back halls. When do they decide to use the Haunt?
Beautiful, but timinged. Simon sticking, diffuse, potential half, and it's not quite planted for him, so the stick all the way through into the end, and it's Simon who saves the day for him. Nats!
Some of the others had full armor Ghost.
Brother, they're losing the plot. Don't bring out the goo. This, I mean, dude, come on. First match.
It does kind of feel like Team Liquid are losing it here.
Yeah. Please do not bring out the Elmers. Camo, kills to be found. Oh my. Simon, can you save the day? Put up a bit of a stand against this one. Cuts it up close. My God, this smoke is just blooming.
The hero rifle's actually, it's doing it. The fact that Camo saved on the previous round now gives him the Bulldog that might win them round 15.
Too soon, apparently. Still, Chichu
Spike down.
cuts it up to the side there, and Kiku just taking a few bullets stray. Camo, Liquid players, but Kang, he's immediately just taking our party up over towards A main, moving a potential position to play in. Rejoining and regrouping with the rest of his team. EDG have got that pack mentality now, looking to clear the way out through mid. Nobody's alone, essentially, taking this fight. I mean, they all are, man.
This is the spike just dropped in the middle of mid.
Doing?
Team Liquid have got a decent read on the fact that B is being played for retake. They should have that info. They've seen it on the pistol. They've seen it kind of by dying at double doors and dying in art. And yet, not really respecting EDG's ability to fight in mid.
No.
The Liquid players have talked before about having a feel for the game. And when they feel like they've got the rhythm of what's going on, they get the timings, they feel good, they feel confident, they're playing together. Here, this round was an example of the exact opposite.
Yeah, they're not quite hearing the drums, are they?
Nats is going to give it a go, but there's 15 seconds. It's not even possible to get the spike out.
Exactly.
But, I mean, Nats has got a free gun, so you might as well.
Look a bit flashy into the tail end of the round.
His own slow betraying him there, though, from the Tour de Force, and it's looking like a bit of a limp end to this.
Nobody?
Oh, that's
he pulled that
brutal.
one from?
Basically, and trying to get a pick.
Going for it. Instead, he's going to be sent straight to the dirt.
I mean, that's a nice coordinated play from EDG, though, realizing that this pressure's been coming through B. They clear it out. Defense reclear is good for both teams in that area of the map. Team Liquid, though, not in position to react.
Yeah. Simon, slightest of jiggle, gives the confirmation with that info. Thorns popped off at a moment's notice there. EDG were very much ready for this one now. Turning into the A split with a Cosmic Divide. Splits the way, gives a bit of safety in terms of the plant.
Spike planted. Taking that back.
And a plant that can't be spammed as well. Very open. Kang looking for information.
Yeah, Cosmic Divide of his own. So, sets them up now for the retake. He's trying to spot a few of these players. Hold on, seen one. Not much more past it. Oh my God, what an overextension! And Kamek returns with the fire. There's that trade. Earns a rifle as well, just for his troubles, but the dart dealt with. Chichu. Watchful eye onto a multitude of these players, and he's cleaned up almost single-handedly. This guy running rampant now, and EDG, the safety in numbers, Simon with the defuse, fully sticking this away. The weaponry just not even there for Padetek. Dimensional drift though, so okay, Camo's gonna be safe here, spotting out two of the players, including the operator. Kangkang's backing out. Chichu, he was dropped, so that means their setup on B does go down. Team Liquid have cracked this one open. Camo to hold on to the space towards back halls.
Cutting through.
Can't give up too many easy kills. Kangkang with the operator. Going to be difficulty in that. Hunter's Fury, Simon just predicts incorrectly. Sidesteps into the wrong direction. Smoggy just going to be fading away here. It's a stun with a good connection at that. It's going to be onto the second player, but pulls it back in a round. It's going to be the TP to evacuate. Salvo's in through, into back halls. No one able to capitalize just from the player's position. So Team Liquid get the round win and still are alive in this series.
Yoruwell ended up being super important there for them to crack into this in the first place. Padetek is running all the way around the world right now to try to get rid of this op.
So no acknowledgement. Oh, it's a blind spot. It's a blind spot, yet still an adjustment. Reactions off the charts from Kangkang.
Oh, that's gross. And they've triple pushed out main as well. So Kiko is alone in mid. Does he get cleared? Does he get pinched?
Here comes the slow squeeze, and he's not aware of that. Snaps to the back of the head. That's execution star from nobody.
And this looks like a sad end for Liquid.
Steel Garden for Steel Garden. See the shorties in play. Armageddon at least, trying to buy some space. Oh my God, Paddy, what the hell are you playing at? Pushing right into the fray, right into the enemy's face. There's two left to stand here. Kamek try and carve out some space alongside Camo, and they've done just that with a couple of kills of their own, but it's just one left to stand. 1v2 Nightfall. No more sound cues. It's pure reactions. Just the aim in your eyes that you can lean on and try and rely on. Earns himself the 1 to the 1v1, but Swoggy saves the day in EDG.